I just woke up. Welcome back to the most consistent channel on YouTube. Man. But yo, check this out. I got places to be. I'm sitting at the terminal right now, but I do have a load to go get. I've been waiting all night to get an empty. They were supposed to call me when they got one in. That never happened. So they just offered me one now. I'm gonna go see if I can find that joint. I'm gonna run inside, get me some coffee, get me a little breakfast, and then we gonna get to the money. You feel me? All right, you know what it is. Excuse the garbage fuel economy. I've been running mountains, bro. Y'all know how I go. Gotta take some trash out too. By the way, that's here because these speakers in this truck are pure garbage, but you know, I'll make it work. Alright, let's get into the reason this video is even being made in the first place. My first year OTR. What can I say about it? And to just keep it a buck with you, this is the best decision I've made in a very long time. I'm 100% happy I decided to do this. And let me tell you why. Number one, I was able to get away from an environment that was not conducive to success. My hometown, one, in Georgia. I moved to Texas a couple years before I got in the truck. But where I live, the people ain't doing it, ain't much different. The people ain't no better for real. You know, it's really just a bunch of hood nonsense that I just don't rock with. You know, I guess I'm what a hood dude, a chick would call corny. You know, I like to stay to myself. I don't get into too much trouble. You know, and I keep my head in the game. You know what I'm saying? The environment that I come from was not conducive to that, and therefore I needed to leave. Number two, they put me in a position where I'm financially free. All of my debts are paid off. You know, I don't have any shackles of that nature, so I pretty much just stack away all the bread that I do make. You know, a couple $100 here and there, pay off a credit card, phone bill type situation. But I don't have any major bills, so I'm in a position where one check in a month can pay my bills. The other three could just go into the account and just sit there. You know what I'm saying? And number three, it put me in a position where I was able to see certain things for myself with my own two eyes in this country, instead of just believing what you hear on the news or on social media or anything like that. It's a different type of enlightenment when you can see it with your own two eyes. You feel what I'm saying? I've learned a lot about the country that I live in just from driving through it. I haven't been able to spend too much time anywhere that I have visited. You know, I visited a couple places and, you know, stop, shut down, that type of deal, but for the most part, I keep moving. But seeing it with my own two eyes, it's been very educational, it's been enlightening, and I'm grateful I was able to have that experience. And this is an experience that you won't get if you do drugs, by the way. Cut that out. But, yeah, man, it was like the top reason I'm glad I did it, for real. As far as training was, it was hard. At least with my trainer, he was real strict. He wasn't the nicest person, but he got me my license at the end of the day. We bumped heads here and there, but for the most part, I ain't arguing, I ain't fight, I ain't debate, I'm gonna do what I'm told. Because I understand that sometimes you gotta put yourself in the mindset to learn. You gotta be a student forever, for real. So I had to check my ego, check my arrogance and stuff like that, so that I could achieve what I set out to do in the first place. You feel me? As far as the Greyhound ride up there, terrible situation, don't do it if you can avoid it. But I'm glad I did it because after experiencing that, I'm in a zone where I'm gonna make sure I never have to do that again. This straight Delta flights, American Airlines, first class, if I could afford it, I'm not doing it. I deserve better than that, bro. I work hard. You feel me? Second phase of training, which is basically team driving. That was fun. I did that with my father. I learned a lot. He's honestly the reason that I went straight lease out of school, because it's what he trained me on, it's what he taught me. It's what he taught me to manage. So I have him as a guide whenever I have questions, whenever I'm in a bind or I need to learn something. I ain't asking for money, but I do ask for education as a resource because I don't know everything out here. And to be honest with you, I don't recommend anybody do what I did as far as jumping straight into a business when you just get out of school. Not everybody is cut out for that. You know what I'm saying? The fuel that goes on this truck, I pay for that. The repairs that happen, I pay for that if the warranty doesn't cover it. You know, but if the truck is in the shop, even if it is a warranty fix, that takes time. Time is money. I still got to make a truck payment. I still got to pay insurance. Still got authority fee. I still got all this other stuff to pay. This stuff ain't free. Not everybody is built to have that level of stress put on them when you could just go company and make a steady check. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna make as much money, but you're in a position to tear up their stuff. You're in a position to where, yes, you do what you're told, but you don't really have any responsibility. You pretty much just drive, go where you're told to go, you make money. Simple as that, and you go home maybe once a month or something like that. I stay out about 8 weeks at a time, 6 to 8 weeks. Right now I'm doing about 6 because my older brother, he coming back from overseas. I gotta go home to see him. It's been a couple of years, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, it's been a great year till wintertime came. Then it's been pretty average. It's been very stressful. You know, last week I was just stranded on the road for 4 days because I got to deliver a load. Nobody was showing up to work. No drop yards in the area. I had to just sit there. It was the worst situation that I've been in since I've been out here. Let's see what another incident was. I picked up a load in Florida, took that up to Michigan. And this was my birthday, actually. My 22nd birthday was happening. Get up to Michigan, back into the door and all that. They called me about 5 minutes later, hey, your paperwork's ready. I'm like, that was fast. They're like, oh, it's not for the reason you think. So I go in there, I'm like, what happened? They're like, yo, your load spilled over. There's orange juice everywhere. All right, what do you mean? Like, it just, the pallets fell over. You gotta get it restacked before we'll take it. That sucked. So I had to go over towards an area in Detroit and get that load restacked, which, mind you, that's why I say don't go lease if you can't just take it. It costs $1,080 to get done. Right? 22nd birthday. It took all day. I'm just sitting there. No bathroom, nothing. Worst day ever. But hey, that's what I asked for. That's what I signed up for. I ain't mad. I got the money. I ain't stressing. But that settlement was so bad that week, dog. Let me tell you, I made $17 at the end of all my expenses that week, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It sucked. It really did.
In 1 3/4 miles, take exit 29 on the right to I-287 north, then keep left.
How dare you interrupt me? But yeah, it sucked. $17. All that work I did that week, $17 because of that one incident. Absolutely killed my vibe, bro. The following week was much better, but yeah, that's what I was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But in the snow, ice everywhere. I haven't been able to cover as much distance as I would like to. I haven't been able to get as many loads in as I would like to because I'm not driving on no ice, bro. Snow, that's one thing. I'll run the snow. Ice? Nah, you got me bent. But it's almost March now, so it'll clear up. I'm gonna be right back to the money making season. I'm not too mad about it. But this is why you gotta manage your money. If you suck at money management, you should not lease. If you suck at really taking losses as you do in business, you shouldn't be a lease operator. You can't be a sore loser if you win this, bro. You gotta expect the good with the bad.
Take exit 29 on the right
pretty with the
to
ugly.
I-287 north, then keep left.
It's not all peaches and cream out here. This is hard work, bro. That's real talk. But that's why I asked for it. I'm gonna tell you, don't do what I do. I did it because I was cut for it. You probably not. You feel me? No disrespect, but hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. I need this lane. The truck that I picked, this was the 4th truck that I looked at before I finally signed the lease. And I was very lucky to get it, even though a lot of people were saying, yo, if you get an international, you're never gonna be out of the shop, man. Like, it's just gonna give you problems, all kinds of BS. Listen, that has not been true. I broke down one time, I was only down for a day. And warranty paid for that. And I still walked away with $2,500 that week. This truck has not let me down once. Never had a situation where the fuel gelled up. Never had a situation where it was too cold for it to start. So I had like the like a winterized starter type package situation. International has this thing it runs like a freight train. Honestly, it's always been good to me, and I'm glad I picked it. Ideally, I wanted a Freightliner, but when I was looking, they didn't have any available. So that's the only reason I'm in an International. But it's been very good to me. It's very quiet. Doesn't ride too bad. I can't complain for real. But yeah, first year OTR, man, I definitely learned a lot. And one of the main things that I did learn is that I do not need to work nearly as hard as I was working. I realized I can basically slow it down, take it much easier if I were to run tighter than I already was, you know? Because the point is, if you get to where you're going early, now you got time to relax before you're gonna drop the load. You could be in a dope spot like Fontana, California. You know, you could be in Atlanta. You could be in you know, like Austin, Tech, Houston, that type of deal. San Antonio. You could be in one of them spots a day early, 2 days early. I done showed up 2.5 days early before. I sat on the load because it was paying so much money that load pretty much took care of my whole week. I wasn't tripping about it. I wanted to make more, but hey, things happen. But
Continue
if you
on
run
I-287.
tighter, get to where you're going fast as possible. You got time to relax. You got time to do your laundry. You got time to pretty much do whatever it is that you want. Just don't do drugs. And yeah, you're gonna be straight. You feel me? Now what I was doing was I would run 8-9 hours in a day because I was making good money doing it. I'll shut down, I'll be 100 and some miles. Okay, so the last clip cut out because I had a phone call and I couldn't ignore it. This is several days later. As a matter of fact, from that point, I had ran a load up to New York, picked up another load out of New York, took that to Illinois, and then from there, I got a multi-stop load, one drop in Maryland. I'm at the second drop in Pennsylvania right now, and I have a third one in New Jersey due later today. It's really doing like an hour, but these people taking so long, I ain't gonna make that appointment for real. So I ain't take the good with the bad. But basically what I was saying is you have to run your loads so tight that you get there so early that you actually have time to relax. You see what I'm saying? It's like this load right here. I ran it so tight that I pretty much killed all of yesterday after I made that first drop. So I had from about 7 in the morning, I didn't have to leave until about 12 o'clock earlier this morning. Just to get here, I had like 180 something miles to get here to my second drop. I just slept, dude. Catch up on some rest. I needed it. You feel me? If there is one thing that this first year solo has taught me, it is patience, and secondly, time management. Those are the two most important things that I've taken away from all of this. The philosophy behind time management is not just something that can apply in this industry. It is something that can be implemented throughout all aspects of your life. You feel me? Making everything much more efficient. Pay your bills early if you can. You know what I'm saying? You want to take some home time, knock out all your stuff, get there early. Every time I have gone home, even though I can count on one hand the number of times I've gone home this year, I've always managed to get home a day early before the date that I had set and still walk away with a stupid profit, so I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? There's a method to the madness. And to be totally honest with you, you have to accept a certain level of psychopathy to be able to do this job. There's no sane person who can do it. Nobody who is completely sane. And it is going to be mentally taxing. It's gonna test you. It's gonna test you. DOT gonna mess with you. The company gonna mess with you. These shippers and receivers, they gonna mess with you. Everybody, they gonna mess with you. You know what I'm saying? But when you get behind this wheel, you cruising down the road, you listening to your music or your podcast, or whatever it is that you're doing, you driving, hitting the vape or whatever, let it all fade away. Let the miles burn and get to where you're going safely, you feel me? With that being said, if you somebody who's kind of like in my position where you don't have kids, don't got a wife, ain't got a girlfriend or whatever, you staying at home, or, you know, you really just looking to get away, or you need a way to get your money up, or you're just trying to take that next step in life, I highly recommend going OTR. I also recognize that this is not for everybody. You got to be built different really to be able to handle this kind of job. That is just true. But hey, you don't know if you for it if you don't put in the effort to at least give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? Go to the school, get the license. Because if all else fails and you decide you don't want to be OTR, you still got that license to fall back on. And so long as you protect it, you ain't ever gonna be broke unless you are just, that stupid. I'm trying to say this with, while keeping my language in check, but y'all know what I mean. With that being said, I'm gonna edit this up whenever I get the chance to. I'm probably not gonna do too much to it because, hey, my time is at a premium right now. Y'all stay blessed, be happy, and do not be afraid to make drastic changes in your life because it might be the best thing you ever did. All right, I'm out of here. Y'all be alright.